All right, there we go. Hello, hi, how are you? So glad that you're here. And I don't think we have any announcements. So if you're watching on Facebook, please go click the link in the description. That'll take you to the Firm Hand Tarot channel. And then you can keep watching these videos after the end of May. By June, we are only going to be doing lives on YouTube. So if you're catching this on Facebook, go subscribe to the YouTube channel, Firm Hand, and make sure you hit the notification bell because otherwise it might not show up when we go live. So I got the pre-shuffle done. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting pre-shuffle, you guys. Yeah, so let's just jump into it. Okay. We have the Four of Cups. This is a big theme in yesterday's reading. Four of Cups. In this card, in the Patch Tarot deck, the Four of Cups energy is withdraw. Then coming up to clarify that, we have Three of Swords, suffering. Then we have the Two of Wands, I'm sorry. Two of Wands, Genesis. Then we have our pragmatic Prince of Discs. Then we have the Hermit. This is meditation. And then our final layer here, we have the Ace of Swords, a beautiful gift of realization from the universe. And right across from that, we have the Chariot, motion. This is fast forward movement. Okay. I don't know if you picked this up. Aces are one energy, right? So we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's significant, you guys. That's really significant. So let's get into this. For my notes here. Withdrawing from people, places, and things that cause suffering is what allows for passion to rise up in you. And yes, oftentimes it starts slow, right? Two of Wands. Wands are fire energy, passion. But it's just a 2. It's not like a 9 of Wands or a 10 of Wands or a King of Wands or anything like that. It's a 2. It's a little, it's like a little more than a spark. It's more like the first flame, if that makes sense. So yes, oftentimes it starts slow, but as you begin to move differently than you have in the past, leaning on your own ability and wisdom, you begin to open your mind to realization, divine epiphanies that help move you forward. Maneuvering through the matrix doesn't have to be difficult, especially when you realize that you are far wiser and more prepared when you lean on your own spirit, the ancestors, and God for guidance. They are dropping nuggets of wisdom for you all the time, like following a trail of breadcrumbs. Only these aren't breadcrumbs, these are messages from your higher self, guiding you step by step down your path. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guiding you. Take this step. When this is done, do this next step. When that's done, then we move on to the next step. And all of these little steps are going to be leading you further and further to your purpose. But it's not until you withdraw from everything that wasn't meant for you that these messages will become crystal clear. It's like cleaning your camera lens on your camera or wiping off your glasses when they get foggy, right? The more you clear out your energy of things that aren't meant for you, the clearer the messages from your guides, your ancestors, your higher self, the clearer those messages become to you. And the more you start to trust them too. So that's what we have from the pre-shuffle. So let me just get our Patch Tarot deck reshuffled, and then we are going to pull a card from the Wildwood Tarot for our Oracle. And then we'll do our first layer of meaning with our Illuminated Tarot. And then we'll do clarifiers with Patch. I hope you guys are all doing good. It's been kind of a wild week as far as the energy goes. You guys have me really excited. I feel like you are all making some big moves in your life, or at least thinking about it. So that's pretty cool. Nothing can happen without thought first, right? So maybe some of you are on the first steps. Maybe some of you are on your second step or third step. We'll see. We'll see what you guys are up to. What's really exciting in the pre-shuffle, I kept the purpose card, 3 of Wands, that's purpose in my patch deck, that kept popping up as I was shuffling. Let's see. All right. Oh, we have worry. 5 of discs at the bottom of the deck. What are you guys worried about? We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let's get our first oracle card. Thank you, ancestors, for being here. Thank you for all of your wisdom. Thank you for guiding us every day when we maybe don't know what the right actions are. Thank you, God, for giving us our blessings and allowing us to actually recognize and receive them. And thank you for keeping us safe as we are safe, and for watching out for those who are in more difficult situations. Okay, what do you have for us? The Knight of Vessels, Eel. We've gotten this before, so we're going to read it from the book because the Wildwood Tarot book has a lot of good wisdom. Let's see. Where are you? There we go. Wait. Come on, I just saw you. Where'd you go? There we go, the Knight of Vessels. Let me hold this up so you guys can see it. Hold that a little closer. Okay. With purity of intent, your destiny defined, you are able to bring wisdom and maturity to your tasks. Embarking on a quest of personal revelation, your vision leads you onward. Your deep feelings are expressed at every turn. This is emotional cognizancy, discovering how to merge with a concept or find accord with a person, promoting harmony. What is the nature of your contract? What emotions are running high? What needs to be expressed sensitively? Interesting. Okay. It says the eel is a wise protector. According to Irish myth, certain eels could turn into weapons when wielded by a warrior. Interesting. Okay. So I feel like this is speaking a little bit to the nuggets that I was talking about with the pre-shuffle. Your higher self leaving you breadcrumbs, right? Your higher self kind of leading you step by step closer and closer to your purpose, and being very patient for you to pick up on the signs, pick up on the synchronicities, pick up on the messages that they're giving you, and waiting for you to interpret them. And it seems like if you are a bit more connected with your emotions, right? Your heart chakra is open. You're not really trying to overthink things, and you're just kind of letting your emotions guide you, that you're probably doing a pretty good job of interpreting the messages that are being sent to you. So that's really exciting. Let's get our first layer of meaning from our Illuminated Tarot. I like to read these from the book as well, but they are very short messages from the book. Because the Illuminated Tarot doesn't necessarily follow along with Traditional tarot. Okay. So please can we get 4 cards for our first layer of meaning? Hello! Hello on the YouTube chat. If you guys aren't on the YouTube, I would suggest clicking the link and going over there and subscribing, because we're not going to be doing these on Facebook Lives anymore after the end of May. And the link is in the description of the live on Facebook. Okay. 5 of spades, 9 of spades, 3 of diamonds, and the 10 of wands. 5 of spades here is depicted as a card game. A possible disappointment. A difficult opponent. Who's fucking with my collective? Nobody better be fucking with you. I'm serious. I ain't having it. A difficult opponent. Sometimes, I hate to say it, but sometimes the opponent can be ourselves, right? And that would make sense if you guys are all up in your head with this 9 of spades here. Let me read to you the 9 of spades. The thoughts that keep a person awake at night. A struggle to make sense of events. 3 of diamonds, please. Where are you at? There we go. A craftsman. A successful collaboration. Admiration. In traditional tarot, the 3 of Pentacles is depicted as 2 people discussing a project while the master is at work. Craftsman, successful collaboration, admiration. Are you guys not feeling good enough? Is that what's going on? Are you not feeling experienced enough or prepared, or just not enough? The reason I say that is because the first card that comes out is our 5 of spades, worthy opponent. And then we're all up in our heads getting kept awake at night, right? And then we have this admiration for a craftsman. Are you feeling like you don't measure up? And then we have the 10 of wands, or I'm sorry, 10 of clubs. In traditional tarot, this card is carrying a heavy burden. Or if it's in the reverse, it's putting a heavy burden down, generally, right? Let's see what the book says. A responsibility or a burden. Are you feeling like you can't pursue the things that you want to pursue because you have other 3D burdens weighing down on you? Maybe there's somebody out there who's doing what it is that you would like to do, and you're watching them and you have admiration for them because they are just killing it, right? And you're like, I want to do that. Do you want to do that? But you're just burdened. There's something stopping you from doing what it is that you want to do. That's what I'm picking up. Let me just tell you, you deserve to only do every single day what it is that you want to do. There is never a moment in your life where you should be doing something that you don't want to do. Let's start clarifying. Can we please get 3 cards for the 5 of spades? Two of Pentacles at the bottom, change. Okay. Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is an emotionally unstable person, and let me explain to you why. She is reflective, okay? The Queen of Cups reflects back to you whatever emotion you show her. So if you're loving, she's loving. If you're angry, she's angry. If you're confused, she's confused, okay? This isn't a stable energy. For me, it doesn't matter if it's in the upright or the reverse, right? In this deck, the upright is reflective. In the reverse, it's deceptive. It would be like telling something or telling someone something that they want to hear just to get what you want, right? But in the upright, it's reflective. This person reflects what is shown to them because they don't know how they feel. They haven't even gotten to know themselves enough to know how they feel about anything. This is a very codependent energy. Then we have resurrection. This is evolution. This comes up a lot for my collective, evolution. Because what are we talking about in these readings? We're talking about the evolution of humanity, right? Evolution. And then we have the Prince of Cups. This is expressive energy. This is also a very immature energy. It's boisterous, kind of. This can represent messages too. But if that's the case, if this is messages that we're talking about, I would say that these are messages from your ancestors. These are messages from your own higher self, telling you what needs to be done. But when I put these cards together under that 5 of Spades energy, a worthy opponent, what I see here is my collective looking at the prospect of their own evolution and feeling a bit needy because they know that if they accept that evolutionary process, that they might feel a little like a baby. They might feel like brand new. Sometimes it might feel safer to stick with what you know because at least you know it, right? When you step out and you start doing new things, then you're a baby in whatever it is that you're doing, and that can be kind of scary for people, especially someone who's established, right? Who's maybe established a career or a way of being. The prospect of being a different way or doing a different thing can be a little bit scary because you don't want to go back to zero, right? You don't want to feel like you're starting over. But notice this isn't the Fool card. The Fool card is the very beginning. This isn't the Fool card. This is a Prince. This Prince already has experience that he can draw from. He already has knowledge that he can draw from. And yeah, he might be a little bit new. He might be a little bit immature, let's say. That's not the right word. I'll think of the right word. Inexperienced. That's the word I'm looking for. He might be a little bit inexperienced, but He doesn't have zero experience. This is not the Fool card. He's not starting at zero, okay? He's already got a little bit under his belt to help him get through, whether that be money or time or experience or whatever it is. He's not starting at zero. And so this to me is speaking about having the courage to express to yourself what it is that you really want to head toward, because we can't be stuck in this energy all the time, this unstable energy, where we're reflecting back to the world what the world is putting on us, what the world projects on us. We can't be reflecting that back. Otherwise, we're not stepping into our true selves, right? Okay. Let's get 3 cards, please, for our 9 of Spades. Being kept awake at night. Repeating thoughts. Worrying about the unknown. We have the Moon in this card, worrying about the unknown. You know, I don't usually read the Illuminated Tarot with reversals, but I do think that it's important to note that this card came out in the reverse. All the rest of the cards came out upright, but this one did come out in the reverse. So that kind of leads me to believe that you guys are ready to put down this type of thinking, beating yourself up in the middle of the night, if you haven't already. Let's get 3 cards, please, for the 9 of Spades. Shift. 8 of Wands. Our balance card, Justice. And then we have the Light, Reveal. I think I'm right on that. I think that you guys are done with this energy. Keeping yourself up at night, pacing the kitchen floor with a bottle of whiskey, stressing. I think you guys are done with this, or you're ready to be done with it, because I see the 10 of Wands here. That's putting a burden down. So maybe you haven't quite stepped out of this energy yet. But the reason that I say that, besides all of that, is that you're looking for some justice. You're looking for things to actually go right for you, for a change. You're thinking about what it's going to take to shift that change in your favor. And then we have the Light card, Reveal. If there are things that are making you feel stuck or making you feel stressed, this is a Holy Arcana card. The Reveal card is a Holy Arcana card. When this card comes out, what we're talking about is your connection to your source. We're talking about things that have to do with your life's purpose. We're talking about things that give your life meaning. So if there are things that maybe you're unsure of, or things happening in the background in your life that maybe just haven't been revealed to you yet, you need to talk to your source about that. If there are things that you feel are happening in the background that are affecting you, that make you feel like you don't have any control, you need to talk to God about that. You need to ask him what to do, her what to do. Because there is no reason that you, as a divine child of God, as a beautiful child of God, should ever be in this energy. And if there's something causing you to be in that energy, you know what to do. You need to talk to your ancestors. You need to talk to God, and you need to ask them what it is that you should do. Because the justice card wouldn't be coming out if there was an injustice done to you, or a justice that is due to you. And if you haven't received that yet, then you need to consult with your higher power. And that's just the way it is. Some answers we can't get from anyone but the divine. Let's move on to the Three of Diamonds. Is there somebody in your life that you have a lot of admiration for, but that you don't fully trust their intentions, maybe? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Three of Diamonds, please. Okay, we have the Wheel of Flow at the bottom of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm starting to get a little mad. I'm getting a little irritated because I feel like somebody's fucking with you. Someone is fucking with my collective. Moon card. That's introspection. This is also things hidden from conscious thought. You could be fucking with yourself. And if that's the case, I ain't mad at you. It's a process, right? This is all a process. After that, we have stability. This is our Four of Discs. Sometimes this comes across to me as stingy energy, but I don't necessarily interpret that this way unless you feel that someone is fucking with your stability. Maybe things aren't working out. No matter how hard you try, whatever you try to do, things aren't working for you. And the reason that I'm beginning to suspect that this is something or someone external to you is because of this Eight of Cups card. This is walking away from what no longer serves you toward what is actually meant for you. This could be entirely an internal process. Going deep into your shadow work, right? Deep introspection, looking at yourself. What are the things that you are doing that are preventing you from having your own stability? What are those things that you are doing to possibly self-sabotage? What are the things that you are doing that is creating more and more resistance towards your goals? Identifying those things and walking away from those things. Identifying the reason for self-sabotaging behavior. And consciously choosing to no longer participate in those things. And this very much could be something that's hidden from your conscious thought that you don't even realize that you're doing. And if that's the case, then I would say that this Five of Spades card, a worthy opponent, is quite accurate. Because truthfully, you are the only person that can sabotage yourself. Even let motherfuckers try. Wish a motherfucker would, you know? But you are the only one that can sabotage yourself truly. Because here's the thing. Say somebody is fucking with you. maybe trying to get you fired from your job or break up your relationship or whatever it is, you know. If they're successful, were those things actually meant for you? Because you are a divine child of God. What is meant for you cannot be taken away unless you do it to yourself. Really think about that, my babies. Let's move on to the Ten of Wands. Carrying a heavy burden. 3 cards, please. I keep seeing the devil, you guys, as I'm shuffling. I think the 3D matrix is really trying to keep its hooks in you. As you're elevating yourself, as you're doing your shadow work, I think a lot of you are having to struggle with getting out of the grasp of the matrix, the algorithm, whose only job is to keep you from doing your purpose. But we have the 4 of Wands, success at the bottom. Let's look. Okay. 10 of Cups, prosperity. Do y'all know what the 10 of Cups is? This is everything. This is ultimate fulfillment, ultimate happiness, not just for you, not just for your family, but for humanity. The 10 of Cups is the ultimate best of everything as far into the future as you can imagine. Then we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is here to deliver truth. That is his whole purpose. When there is something happening that is untruthful, unjust, the King of Swords comes in to say, a fuck of that. Okay? And then we have the Child card. This is the Fool in traditional tarot. This is possibilities. And how beautiful is it that they called this card the Child card, because children are infinite possibilities. You have to remember this is coming up to clarify our 10 of Wands, or I'm sorry, our 10 of Clubs, 10 of Wands. The truth is, King of Swords, there is no burden that you should be carrying that you don't willfully, joyfully carry because it's part of your purpose and you're happy to do it, and therefore it is not a burden. That's the truth. And if that's not how you're living, you need to put that burden down, whatever it is. I don't know what it is for you. And you might have some deep traditional thinking that is telling you that you can't put that burden down. There's a lot of things it could be. I hope that it's just something like a job, you know, something that you don't want to do anymore, something that's become burdensome, something that you dread going into work every day for. But this could be family, which is a little harder to break away from, isn't it? But if your family feels like a burden, what's going wrong? What's wrong? This could be a place that you live. Maybe you live in the city, but you should be in a field somewhere. I don't know what the burden is for you specifically, because there's a lot of you that watch these readings. But you have to know that what you are meant for is 10 of Cups. That's meant for you. You are meant to have ultimate happiness, the best of everything. This card is everything. Everything that you could ever hope emotionally to have, ultimate emotional fulfillment. And that's what's meant for you. And the Matrix will tell you The algorithm will tell you that if you want that, you have to play its game. The Matrix will tell you that if you want ultimate emotional fulfillment, then you have to live by the rules that society has set. But we know that that's a lie. It's a motherfucking lie. What you have to do to gain ultimate emotional fulfillment is to fulfill your life's purpose, to live a life that's meaningful. That's all you have to do. And fuck any one of man's law that tells you that that's not how you get it. And that's why you have to be in this energy, the fool. Because society will tell you that you're a fool for trying to gain that type of accomplishment, that type of achievement, that type of ultimate fulfillment. They'll tell you that the Matrix will tell you that you are a fool for believing in yourself, for believing in your dreams, for believing in your abilities, your capabilities. And if that's what they say about whatever it is that you want to do as you're putting your burden down, then fine. Yes, okay, I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Who cares what you fucking think anyways? I'll be a fool. I'm fine with that. That's where you have to be. Because this energy is how you are able to see infinite possibilities. And then you pick up whatever possibility you want. In quantum physics, they talk about infinite universes. And they're starting to believe more and more in the scientific communities that there are infinite universes. And what that means for us individually is that if there are infinite universes, there are infinite yous. And in any one of these universes, you could have taken a left when in this universe you took a right. That's vice versa on the camera. You could have chose A instead of B and went down a totally different path. Or you could have followed almost exactly the same path, except in that universe you don't like eggs, and in this universe you do. Right? But here's the thing. When you begin to see the ones and zeros of the matrix, the code behind the matrix, what you get to do is decide which universe you're in. And there is no one of man's laws that can dictate any of that to you. You are your own creator of your reality. You get to decide what reality is for you. And yes, we have to deal. There's a whole bunch of creators running around on this planet. Some of them are conscious that they're creating reality, and some of them aren't. And those are the most dangerous ones. The ones who do not realize that they are creating their own reality. Those are some scary motherfuckers. But as you begin to elevate yourself, as you begin to take all of this 3D bullshit and transmute it into fuel for you, for your purpose, for what it is that you want to create in the world, you get to have a lot more control, and you get to see a lot more possibilities. And I like to think of these as timelines, not just infinite universes, but timelines, hopping onto a different timeline that's more beneficial for you. And you do that with every single choice you make. You can change your timeline with every single choice that you make. If you decide you want to be on a timeline where your body looks better, it's healthier, you're more athletic, then you, with every single choice that you make, create that timeline in the here and now. I'm going to eat food that's good for my body. I'm going to make sure that I get exercise. I'm going to do yoga so I can make sure that I'm stretched out and I don't have so many issues with my joints and blah, blah, blah. Right? You create that reality. You bring that timeline into yourself with every single choice that you make. So are you going to live on a timeline where this is how you feel? Carrying a heavy burden, being kept up awake at night, feeling like you have opponents everywhere. Maybe that craftsman, that person of admiration, is actually you on a different timeline. Maybe that's you as fulfilled potential. Is that you? You get to decide. You make the choice. Are you someone that you admire? And if not, would you like to be? And if you would like to be, how are you going to go about doing that? Becoming that? Nothing is keeping you stuck except yourself. And if there are people fucking with you, just let me know about it. I'll get after them. Do we have time? Yeah, we have time. Ancestors, please put some juice on this moon card, please. What's being hidden from my collective? What is it that they're in need of walking away from and walking toward? We have our Prince of Discs, my maneuvering 3D reality card. We have the Star, Faith. And then we have the Crown, Completion and Embodiment. You guys still don't know. You just don't know. You're not sure what it is that you're meant to be, where it is that you're meant to go. How in the fuck do I maneuver through 3D reality when I don't even see the path in front of me? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. Who does? Truly, who does? All we can do as humans is do the best that we can and hope that we're making the right choice. And that's where faith comes in. None of us truly know what's in store for us, because let me tell you, the universe likes to throw surprises our way all the time. All the time. And that's good. How boring would life be if you knew what every single day was going to look like before you even got to that day? Before you even woke up that morning, you knew exactly what your day was going to look like. Wouldn't that be boring? It's okay to not know. What's not okay is denying your own divinity, denying that the universe is working in tandem with you. You gotta have faith, you guys. Just because you can't see the big picture yet doesn't mean that it hasn't already been drawn for you. You're just in there with a microscope. Where is he? You're looking at the big picture with a microscope saying, I can't see the picture. You're too busy trying to figure out all the ones and zeros. You don't have to read the whole code. You don't have to read the whole code of the matrix, big sheets and sheets and sheets full of ones and zeros. You don't have to do that. You can take it one line at a time, one line at a time. And that's what you're supposed to do. Because we can't be living in the past. And we can't be constantly worrying about the future. Constantly. What if this happens? What if that happens? First I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that, then I'm going to blah, 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 blah. What are you doing right now? You're getting a badass tarot reading from a badass tarot reader. That's what you're doing right now. What are you doing right now? Are you loving yourself? Are you caring for those that you love? Are you doing things to ensure that you're able to keep loving yourself and loving the ones that you love? All there is love. The whole world is made up of the vibration of love. And if you're worrying about the future or reminiscing about the past, ruminating about the past, you can't be in the moment. Don't worry about those things. Let go of guilt and shame and all of those things that are past energy. They're not serving you. They're not serving you. The whole point here, the whole point of all of this is completion and embodiment of your full potential, who it is that you're meant to be. You have a meaningful life to live. You have a purpose to serve. You have a potential to fulfill, and only you can make that happen. Only you can bring that into completion. Only you can embody the energetic signature that is meant to be you. And that's why this faith card is so important. Have faith. You know, you might not be who you want to be right now, but that doesn't mean that you aren't perfect. You weren't created perfectly. Yes, of course you were. Even with all of your pitfalls and flaws and hiccups and mistakes and, you know, all of that happens to ensure that you become the person that you are meant to be. Everything that happens negatively in your life is there to teach you a lesson, to show you something. And once you accept the lesson and you learn the lesson, you don't have to deal with that thing, whatever it was, anymore. It will be gone from your life. Say the devil's name and he will flee from you. And that's truly how the energy works. Once you understand where your self-sabotage is coming from, it doesn't have power over you anymore. I'm going to put these ones back, and then we're going to get some advice. We're going to ask the ancestors for a little bit of advice. Just last thoughts, or what do you got? What do you got for our humans here? I think it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny that as one of God's children, He told me to use tarot cards to tell the world about how much He loves them, how much purpose, or I'm sorry, how much their purpose is meaningful in the world, how it is that only they can offer what it is that they are capable of offering, and to encourage them to do that. And then I'm called a sorceress. That's really funny to me. I must engage in witchcraft. That's really funny to me. I must be casting spells. If you on Facebook don't know what I'm talking about, we've got Tarot Destroyer in the Facebook or in the YouTube comments. That shit's hilarious. I hope you have a good day. Have a great day. That's really funny. Okay. Oh, we got the Seven of Cups. This is coming as some last words of wisdom from the ancestors. Oh, you're confused. That's what. Oh, you're living in illusion, Tarot Destroyer. I see. Oh, ancestors, you're hilarious. That's funny. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh. That's funny. Okay. The Lovers. This is our choice card. This is a divine union. Divine union. This is a choice to be in union with the universe, with God, with yourself. This is a choice. When you have that union with yourself, it doesn't matter what kind of conflict or crisis comes your way. You're going to know how to deal with it. And if you don't know how to deal with it, you're going to talk to God, and God's going to help you deal with it. This energy here, this energy ain't got shit on you. as a divine child of God. And I'm talking to you. Talking to you. And what the fuck do we care about those tarot the destroyer or tarot destroyer or, you know, whoever? What do we care about those people? Do you know what this is? This is Six of Cups. This is soul family. The promise that God has for you is that when you begin living authentically as yourself, when you begin to do things that are authentically for you to do, when you live in a way that is authentically your way of being, you will attract what is called in the spiritual community your soul family. People who see you as you are truly, they accept you as you are truly. Do you know what this card means to me? This is the feeling of no longer being homesick, of having been homesick and you're not anymore. That's what this card means to me. That's a promise to all of us by our Creator. That if you can have the courage, the cojones to be who it is that you're meant to be, not who anyone else wants you to be, but who you're meant to be, you will never be alone. You'll never be unsupported. You'll never have to feel like you're being judged. And if you are being judged, most likely you won't care anymore. You won't care anymore, Tarot Destroyer. You'll laugh. Yeah, this is one of my favorite cards, by the way. Because who doesn't love soul family? Who doesn't love getting to that feeling of being home after missing home so badly? Right? Okay. I think I'm going to end it there. That was pretty intense, you guys. If anybody's fucking with you, you just let that shit roll off, man. You got 10 of Cups coming to you. For real. You got 10 of Cups coming to you. If you just do what it is that you know you should be doing. Caring for yourself, caring for the people that you love, letting go of things, people, places, and things that are no longer serving you and walking on your path. Paying attention to your inner self, your higher self. Paying attention to those cues that are showing you where you're self-sabotaging. And ridding yourself of those things. Hop on whatever fucking timeline you want to be on, because that's what God wants for you. Not what your ego wants, what your higher self wants. You got 10 of Cups coming to you. This is straight game face. Nothing gets in the way of what I want. Nothing. And God told me that's exactly what I deserve. And you do too. Okay? I love you so much, you guys. I'll be back on Tuesday. I'm doing these Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We'll be on Facebook until the end of May, and then beginning in June, we're going to be over on the YouTube. So if you're not subscribed on the YouTube yet, please do that. If you want to support my work and what I'm doing, you can go, or if you want AP classes, you can go to Patreon, Firm Hand Tarot over on Patreon. Yeah, you guys are amazing. I love you. And I'll see you real soon.